Stable or standing bandage is one of the most common bandages applied to a horse's lower leg. Stable bandages are used to keep dirt out of wounds, support healing tendons and ligaments, control swelling associated with an injury or strenuous exercise, and for protection during shipping. To begin, have your horse safely secured. Make sure the horse's leg and bandage materials are clean and dry. Next, prepare the quilt and bandage. Roll the quilt into a tight coil and set aside. Roll the bandage towards the Velcro as tight as possible. Now that you have your supplies ready, apply the quilt first. Kneel down next to the horse, keeping one knee and both hands off of the ground to remain in a safe position. With the coiled portion facing outward, apply the end of the quilt to the inside of the cannon bone, making sure to stay just below the knee. Wrap the quilt across the front of the cannon bone in a counterclockwise fashion, making sure the quilt lies flat and wrinkle-free against the leg. Always wrap from front to back, so on the opposite leg, the quilt would be applied in a clockwise fashion. Use one hand to hold the quilt in place while the other applies the quilt. Always use smooth, uniform pressure on the quilt as you wrap the leg. Do not wrap completely over the joints, as leg movement will loosen the bandage and cause it to come unwrapped. Position the bandage next to the quilt with the rolled portion facing outward. Secure the quilt with one hand. Use the other hand to tuck a small portion of the end of the bandage underneath the quilt at the top. Wrap the bandage around the quilt, wrapping from front to back, outside to inside. Apply the bandage in a downward spiral pattern, making sure to overlap the preceding bandage layer by about half. Use smooth, uniform pressure on the support bandage so that there is even compression along the leg. Make sure no lumps or ridges form beneath the bandage. Also, avoid putting pressure on the bandage when wrapping over the tendons in the back of the leg. Extend the bandage to within 1/4 inch of the padding at the bottom and then begin applying the bandage in a spiral pattern back up the wrap, leaving 1/4 inch of the quilt exposed at the top. It is ideal to have the Velcro of the bandage fastened on the outside of the wrap and as high as possible. Be careful not to wrap the leg too tight or too loose. A properly fitted bandage should allow for at least 2 fingers to fit snugly inside the wrap behind the knee. Loose bandages may slip down the leg and endanger the horse. If a wrap is too loose, it can easily be pushed downward on the leg. When removing the bandage, don't try to re-roll the bandage and quilt while they are still on the leg. It's safer to remove them quickly and re-roll them later. When bandaging a front or hind leg, bandage the other paired leg to prevent swelling in that leg. Standing bandages should always be checked and reapplied daily. Bandaging a leg well takes practice, and remember, no bandage is better than a poorly applied bandage. Thanks for watching.